Apple missed its fourth quarter forecasts, but the technology giant remains steady and on track. Its shares were halted to report its latest earnings report, but started to dip in after-hours trading, even falling below the $600 a share mark for a moment or two. But on the following earnings call, investors appeared concerned for the firm's upcoming first quarter. Here are the numbers you need to know in a nutshell. Revenue was $36 billion, a 78% increase on Q4 2011. Analysts expected $35.8 billion. Profit. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Was $8.2 billion, a 80% increase on Q4 2011. Earnings per share stood at $8.67. Analysts expected at least $8.75 a share. Cash balance currently stands at $121.3 billion, an increase of two-thirds from last year's $81.6 billion. Looking at Apple's sales based on the same quarter a year ago, sales across the firm's iPhone, iPad and Mac businesses were up, but fell short in the IPO department. While that's the number some will focus on, the focus is on Apple's iPad sector. Apple Chief Financial Officer Peter Oppenheimer said on the call, "Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased." That Apple's record revenue was spurred on by iPhone and iPad sales. Based on the iPad sales, it was the iPhone that truly carried the quarter, while the iPad tagged along behind. All in all, Q4 was good, but it doesn't compare to what's ahead. Traditionally Q1 is where the real money is to be made, but Apple hinted that the next quarter may not yield the good results it hopes for. Apple forecasts Q1 revenue of about $52 billion, or $11.75 a share, but analysts expected just shy of $55 billion, or $15.45. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. A share. When Apple announced this week at the iPad mini launch that it had only managed to sell its 100 millionth iPad, a huge feat on the grand scale, it fell short of analysts' expectations. It's hoped that iPad mini sales will help the overall iPad figure pick up towards and during the Christmas sales period. To put it simply, Apple's Q1, where the firm traditionally blows all earlier results out of the water, looks weak. Apple Chief Executive Tim Cook was also on the earnings call, held at "Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased." 5:00 p.m. A lot of the start was shooting their own flutes when it came to deployments across car manufacturers and news agencies and the like, name-dropping wherever possible for maximum investor impact. But the Q&A was the time for analysts to strike and attempt to catch the executives out. Historically, this never works, but it's a fun game to play nonetheless. Some of the highlights of the call: iPad mini gross